Hey, it's Henry, and we are live from Midtown Comics, Times Square. Happy Wednesday to you. It is New Comic Book Day. We've got tons of great books that have come out this week. Darkhorse, IDW, DC, Marvel, tons of great hits, and maybe some special surprises for you guys. So why don't we walk through the wall? Let's see what kind of great books have come out this week. First off, as always, is Darkhorse. Darkhorse put out the latest issue of the Aliens Defiance series from Brian Wood. Then we have the brand new issue of Angel and Black Hammer. Black Hammer, of course, fan favorite, critical darling, one of the most beloved books on the stands right now. Then we've got issue 8 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, season 11. If you are a fan of Buffy and you're not reading this, you are crazy. It is the spiritual successor to the show. So much fun. Then we've got the newest issue of Call of Duty Zombies and Department H from Matt Kindt. Really cool book, really creative, always has great covers, wraparound covers, which I love. Super cool art, really great series. And the newest issue of the Shaolin Cowboy, Who Will Stop the Rain? Of course, you've heard Vic, if you tune in regularly, rave about the series. Really fun by Jeff Darrow. Let's just flip open to a random page and look at that art. Totally killer, totally awesome. So much detail in the art, tons of fun. And then it's a huge week for DC. We've got the 25 issues because we are celebrating just a little bit over a year of the DC Rebirth line. So we're hitting issue 25's giant size specials. We've got issue 25 of Aquaman from Dan Abnett with new artist Stefan Sejic. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. He's super talented. He's going to be the new regular artist as Aquaman switches to a once-a-month shipping schedule. Let's just flip open and look at some of that art. Really incredible stuff. I actually really love Stefan Sejic. I'm really happy to see him coming over to such a great series like Aquaman that I've been loving since the start of Rebirth. His work was really good when he did Switch, and he's done a number of other series that are super fun. Great to check out. We've, of course, got, maybe I should cover the spoiler of the reprint for Batman 24. This book sold out in like 2 days in our store. So if you want to check out the most talked about issue from DC Comics of the year, you have to come by. You have to pick up the reprint. We have it on our website as well. Super cool. Must read if you're a Bat fan. Then we have issue number 25 of Batman, The War of Jokes and Riddles, starts here by Mikel Janin. It's a huge storyline that features, of course, title War of Jokes and Riddles. You've got the Joker, you've got the Riddler, two classic Batman villains facing off with Gotham hanging in between. You want to be reading this. Mikel Janin's art has been superb throughout the series. Lot of great stories with the Batman Rebirth book. Then we have more Batman goodness with All-Star Batman issue 11 from writer Scott Snyder and artist Raphael Albuquerque. This is really fun because it's the first Ally storyline, and Bat fans know that who was there for him the whole time? Alfred. Of course, Alfred Pennyworth taking the spotlight, getting a little bit of much-deserved love. Let's flip it open to a random page. Look at that great Albuquerque art. Of course, this is reuniting the American Vampire creative team. Really great to see that the book is firing on all cylinders. Another big fan favorite. Scott Snyder's fans can be feverish. Hopefully, you guys will swing by to check out this amazing book. Then we've got Batwoman with this amazing Michael Cho cover. I have to show it off every time. Love it, love it. Really fun. Let's take a flip through. Well, first let's enjoy that cover. And, of course, the main cover by Steve Epting. Really fun series. And flip open to see some of that really cool Steve Epting art. Batwoman has been firing on all cylinders, nonstop, revealing some interesting aspects of Batwoman's past that we've never seen explored before. Now, as we continue down the wall, we've got issue 22 of Harley Quinn. We've got number 23 of Nightwing. These books are on that twice-a-month schedule, pumping them out. Really great, really fun, really cool. We get to see the return of Blockbuster, one of Nightwing's most marquee villains. Then we've got Bombshells issue 29 from Marguerite Bennett. Bombshells is a really fun series, really cool, and getting a hot new #1 this coming September. This is a book that is great to check out, really fun, really cool. Then we've got the newest issue of Cave Carson Has a Cybernetic Eye. My favorite title of a book probably in all of comics because it's so great, so ridiculous. From Gerard Way, John Rivera, and Michael Oeming, who's really cool, a frequent Bendis collaborator. Really great series. Issue 25 of Green Arrow from Ben Percy with art by Otto Schmidt. Green Arrow is consistently one of my favorite books from DC. Flipping open, we get to see the fallout from the Rise of Star City storyline, which saw Seattle come under siege. This is preparing us for Green Arrow to take on a bit of a new status quo for the coming months. Then we've got the newest issue of Green Lanterns. We've got Injustice 2. Of course, I'm a big fan of the video game. I've been loving Red Hood in the new DLC package. If you guys are a fan, you got to check out what Injustice 2 has to offer. And now we're going to pump up, and we're going to take a look at some of the hot new trades to come out. We've got the latest volume of Empowered, and we've got The Witcher. I'm going to give a shout-out to Charles, because Charles is a huge Witcher fan. Of course, that's our resident kingpin of crime himself. Really fun series, adapting the video games and the novels, if you're a fan of the Witcher series. Then we've got Volume 2 of the Rebirth Harley Quinn. And talk about more bombshells, we've got the latest volume from writer Marguerite Bennett. Really great to see this cool compilation. Then we've got the Death of Hawkman miniseries that featured Adam Strange and Hawkman side by side fighting off against Kanjar Row. Really cool, really great. This is such a throwback to the old sci-fi DC stories. And if you've read Dark Days, The Forge, you know that Hawkman is somebody you're going to want to keep an eye on. So come by, check out what he's been up to recently. Then we've got, of course, the hardcover collection of Justice League Suicide Squad. We do have, is there an open copy here? Let's see. There are none. They're all poly-wrapped. But I can tell you that if you go through, you will see our lovely Midtown exclusive cover featured in the gallery. Really great. You get the entire series. You get all the tie-in issues of Justice League and Suicide Squad. Really great series. Then we've got the first volume of Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Really great to see so much Legion love lately from DC. And new Superman Volume 1 from Jean Luen Yang and Victor Bogdanovic. This is a great book. If you have not been checking out New Superman, it is really cool. Made in China. We get to see a lot of focus on a new portrayal of a DC hero. We normally get to see so many American characters. Really great to see a foreign hero who kind of has a bit of a learning curve and has to come into his own. Really great book. I definitely recommend it. Back to the weeklies. We've got the newest issue of Justice League, and we've got some Looney Tunes hijinks as Lobo meets the Roadrunner. That's right. We've got Lobo hunting down Roadrunner, teaming up with, of course, Wile E. Coyote. Really fun, really wacky. I just said the sentence, Lobo and Wile E. Coyote team up. If that isn't a hook in itself, I don't know what is. So ridiculous, so much fun. The Looney Tunes issues have been a great time for everybody involved. Then we've got issue 25 of Superman, and right on the cover, we've got Manchester Black. Really cool series, really fun. It's been an absolute joy, and we've got great art from Doug Mankey and from Patrick Gleason here. Let's just flip through. If you've been reading this current storyline, Black Dawn has really run the Superman family through the ringer. We get to see here some of his cohorts. We get to see Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, who I love from Jeff Lemire's Frankenstein Agent of Shade a few years back. Batman, Robin, all teaming up to take on a possessed Superboy. I don't want to flip through too much because I don't want to spoil it, but there is one lovely, lovely, lovely page I want to show because I just think it captures so much of what has made this book work, and that's going to be this page right here. Really fun, really cool, some gorgeous art by Patrick Gleason, who really understands the heart of the character. Gotta love that series. Then we have issue number 5 of Super Sons, Superman, Super Sons, Superman, Super Sons. If you want more Superboy action, Super Sons is the place to be. Really fun, really cool. We got Allison Borges jumping in on art this issue with Pete Tomasi. Really fun story, really cool. Francis Manipul's Trinity, Dead Space storyline. Does it have to do with a video game? Probably not. Does it have to do with the League in Peril? Definitely. Check it out. Really cool. Love this Manipul cover. Manipul has some of my favorite covers in comics. Then we've got the newest issue of Wildstorm from writer Warren Ellis, as well as the conclusion of the Odyssey of the Amazons. If you saw Wonder Woman and you absolutely loved it, are feverishly looking for more Amazon goodness, this is the place to look. Completely Amazon-centric. It's a great opportunity to see these characters shine. I really love seeing them get this high-profile opportunity. And I mean, if you didn't see Wonder Woman yet, go out and see Wonder Woman, and you will understand why you need to be reading this. You want more Amazons in your life. Then we've got the conclusion DC with Wonder Woman Tasmanian Devil. That's right. Worse than the Trials of Hercules, taking on the Tasmanian Devil is a feat that is clearly Olympian. Really love this variant cover as well. Really fun, really silly. And then we're hitting Boom, and in Boom we've got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. You know, if you watched our unboxing video last week of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord figure, that I am a huge Power Rangers fan. I am loving the series by Kyle Higgins. Really cool, really great if you're a fan of the traditional series. It's impossible not to hear the actors' voices in the writing. Kyle Higgins is doing a really great job of capturing the spirit of the original series, but putting the characters through the ringer and putting them in frequent peril. Then we have the brand new Sword Quest series from Atari through Dynamite. And I actually have to show off this variant cover that's super cool, showing off the vintage Atari art for the cover. Really great, really love it. Then we've got Britannia, We Who Are About to Die, issue number 3, as well as the second issue of The Rapture from Valiant. Valiant fans, you've got a lot to enjoy this week. Some great medieval storytelling. If you're looking for a break from the superhero norm, this is your opportunity to jump in on a universe that really takes advantage of mythology and of a deep lore. Then we have Cosmic Scoundrels over from IDW, as well as G.I. Joe. We also have the new issue of Highlander, The American Dream, and Star Trek Boldly Go, issue number 9, of course, building off of the mythos of the current movie series. Really great. If you guys are excited for the new Star Trek series coming this fall to TV, you will want to be reading this just to try to sustain you in the meantime. Then we have the newest issue of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universe. Really cool covers on this series. And X-Files Origins. Really great. If you are an X-Files fan, you're going to want to check out the origins of their world. We get to see our heroes young, frail, impressionable, maybe in deeper peril than they've ever known. This is what builds up the characters. Really great opportunity to jump in there. Then we've got the newest issue of the Black Monday Murders, as well as Crosswind. Crosswind is a new series from Gail Simone. It's the first time that she's jumped over to Image. It's a brand new opportunity with artist Kat Staggs. Really cool because it's it's Freaky Friday-ish because it involves the two main characters swapping bodies and ending up on other sides of the country. And with very different lifestyles, they have to try to find their way back into their own bodies and in their own lives. Really great, fun, cool series. And we've got this great variant. And then we have Eclipse issue number 8 from writer Zack Kaplan. And speaking of writer Zack Kaplan, we have...
Oh, hi. Zach. How you doing?
We have writer Zack Kaplan here in the store.
Picking up my copy right here.
Yeah, so Zach, Eclipse has been a fan favorite series. How have you enjoyed working on it so far?
It's been awesome. It's been a thrill. We've been going strong since September last year. We're on 8 now. And the response has been great, so it's been a lot of fun. It's fun burning people up with sunlight. That's the premise of the book. If you haven't heard, sunlight burns people alive in this world, so that's always fun to do that.
Yeah, it's a really cool, really almost dark series, but it's also without, like, I feel like spending too much time, like, dealing with that. I think it's good because it's a lot of kind of almost fun despite the dire circumstances of the world.
That's right. That's right. And it's it's a tough situation to be in when you can't go out in the sunlight. But the characters are striving to try to make the best of the situation, and so it's not all dark, but certainly there's a balance between light and dark. So yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. You get to see like these icemen who are walking throughout the sunlight in these like super protective layers, and it's kind of a flip on what you get from most, because I would say that this is like sci-fi almost-ish.
Yeah, and it's post-apocalyptic. There's a city that survived. People work at night. They sleep during the day. Then there's a killer going around. He's killing people using sunlight. That mystery unfolds into the second arc, and it wraps here. This is the end of the second arc. So if you've been reading it, this is a great place to get in.
Yeah, and what's cool is the series is only on issue 8, so it is still fairly young. So if you haven't had a chance to check it out, I mean, we carry the series. We've got the trades of it, and the second trade paperback is coming out this August. So if you are a trade waiter, the first trade is out, and the second one will be coming out soon.
That's right. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, it's been a really cool series. It's really great. Do you love working on this book?
Yeah, I mean, and Giovanni Timpano is just a killer artist. We had a great colorist, Chris Northrup, on the first arc. We've got this new guy, Flavio Dispenza, on the second one. He kills it as well. They pour their heart and soul into it.
Here.
And the art is bananas.
Can you hold that for
yeah,
a second?
I
will. I'll
Don't
flip through and
be
show.
spoiler
I
careful.
won't spoil
yeah,
too
go to
much,
like to page
but
2 or
I'll
3.
just to show off some of that art that's really cool, really detailed.
Flip one more here. Let me
flip one more here.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Look at the level of detail. Giovanni's become known for his level of detail, and the colors are always like very washed out, desaturated to capture the kind of harshness of the sun. So it's a killer creative team. Troy Patiri does great letters as always, and I got lucky with fantastic talent. That always helps to have amazing artists to make the story come together.
Yeah, I know that this has definitely been a fan favorite amongst many of our Midtown staff, actually. A lot of us really love it, and I know customers are clamoring for more of it. It's been a really great series, and yeah, we love it.
Yeah, we're going to actually be taking a short little break. Giovanni is off to draw something awesome that I can't talk about, so as the secrets, comic books love their secrets. But we'll be back at the top of next year with 9, and we'll keep going all through 2018.
Now, do you have anything that maybe you're working on that you can talk about?
In the break, all I can say is that I have something coming out in November, but and it will be sci-fi, and it is also with Image, but there's nothing else that I can say at this point.
Okay, that's fair. So keep your eye on Image for more Zack Kaplan goodness.
That's right.
Yeah, very excited to see you branch, because this was your first book, right?
First book, yeah, and it was slated as a 4-issue miniseries, and the book just kind of blew up on us. So which is obviously what you want, but we went in just thinking we were only going to get to do 4. So it's just been an awesome ride. So, and thank you for everyone who supports the book and buys it.
Yeah, so if you want to see the book that was so good that they had to keep it going, you should stop by, pick up issue number 8, pick up the trades. We still have a lot of the back issues available in store, and it's definitely a great series for you to check out. And you said expect number 9 next year, early next year?
Top of next year, yeah.
Fantastic. So thank you so much for coming by.
Hey, thanks, guys. Thank you. I'm off to go read issue 8 now.
Sounds great. All right, so that was cool. We're going to keep on going through some new releases. We've got issue number 6 of The Few, and then we've got issue number 6 of God Country. Of course, Donny Cates has been really blowing up lately, really doing a lot of great books. We'll be talking about him a little bit more in a brief moment. But we're going to take a look up here, and we're going to see some of these other cool collections that have come out. We've got the Golden Age Superman Volume 3. Really cool, really cost-effective. This is only a $30 volume, and it's got years and years of Superman's history, all of the original books reprinted in their glory. If you want to see the true roots of the character, Golden Age Superman is a great opportunity to enjoy it. Then we have Twilight of the Gods. This is a super cool looking book by Alex Alice. Really cool. Then we've got the complete Skiz from Alan Moore. Alan Moore, of course, Alan Moore. I mean, I don't even have to say anything. The man sells himself. Outstanding. From 2000 AD. Then we've got Space Riders hardcover. Now this is cool. Space Riders has some trippy art. If you like just really crazy sci-fi, Space Riders is a book you need to check out from Black Mask. It's the first volume, so it's easy to start off because there it is right there. That's your start. Then we've got some Star Trek books over here, as well as a new collection of The Rocketeer. Of course, The Rocketeer is a classic. How can you not love it? Then we've got some Lost Planet, Dirk Gently, which is really cool. I like this photo hybrid cover with the art. There's Elijah Wood. I'm a big Elijah Wood fan. Love that. Then we have the first volume of the brand new Optimus Prime series from IDW. Of course, Transformers The Last Night coming out this week. And this new series from John Barber is a great opportunity for you to get in on the Transformers goodness. I want to actually take a second here and show off some of the art, because the art in these Transformers books is so out of this world. It is definitely more than meets the eye. Had to do it. Had to do it. You can't talk about Transformers without it. But this art is so cool, and what I love about Transformers is they always have top-notch artists on it, because the designs are so intricate that they can only deliver by putting the best artists in the business on it. So if you really want to see some incredible art from some up-and-comers, Optimus Prime by John Farber, great opportunity. Keep going down. We've got the Winona Europe series, and we've got Descender Volume 4 from Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. Really cool series. I believe it's being optioned for a TV series, and really great. I'm a big fan of Dustin Nguyen. I loved his work back on Streets of Gotham and Batman. I actually just reread a lot of his Batman stuff. Really great. And, of course, Lemire, we talked about it with Black Hammer. Lemire is a talent almost unlike anybody else. He's really great, and I love his work. Descender is a definite must-have. Then we've got the first volume of Occupy Avengers. If you were intrigued by Civil War II and you wanted to see what Hawkeye would have to deal with as a consequence of the series, this is where you're going to want to put your eyes. Occupy Avengers, a really cool series, really great, and it's got some wonderful characters that often get neglected with David Walker writing. And then we have the first volume of the all-new, well, I was going to say all-new, all-different Avengers, but this is actually just Avengers, the sequel series to all-new, all-different Avengers. Really cool, really great. We've got incredible art by Mike Del Mundo throughout this series. You can't talk about Mike Del Mundo without showing it off. He draws such great painterly images that are really cool, and we get to see Mark Waid writing Kang the Conqueror as the Avengers race through time to try to stop Kang. And those pages, I mean, Del Mundo's art is so surreal, so cool, and we get to see a lot of great time travel shenanigans in this series. We get to see the classic Avengers, the modern-day Avengers, and some future characters definitely worth checking out. Then we're going to take a step back, and we're going to talk about a couple of these image books. We've got Girl Scouts. I always say Girl Scouts. Magic Socks, sequel to the original Girl Scouts. Then we've got the brand new issue of Headlopper. It's a quarterly comic, and it's been on a bit of a hiatus. So Headlopper coming back to you, showing it off with some cool covers, really atmospheric, really unlike anything else on the shelves. Really weird series, but definitely cool if you want to check out something different. Then we've got the newest issue of Horizon, which I am a big fan of. I love Juan Gideon's art on this series. I fell in love with Juan Gideon when he did Ghost Racers during Secret Wars, and seeing him do more sci-fi projects is really cool. We've got the newest issue of I Hate Fairyland, where we get to see just how depraved Scotty Young can be. Really fun, really silly, great lighthearted series. And I'm, of course, joking around here. It's really great opportunity to find something fun. Then we've got the newest issue of Invincible, The End of All Things, Part 5. Invincible is getting close to wrapping up. Robert Kirkman's original epic. Gotta check it out. Ryan Otley on art. Of course, one of the coolest books Image puts out. Really great take on the superhero trope. Then we've got the new issue of The Old Guard from Greg Rucka. And we've got some reprints of Plastic as well as the newest issue. And then we've got Redneck Talking about Donny Cates, my goodness, the guy's everywhere. This is the second book he's got coming out this week, and it's a big one. Actually, really cool series. Actually, now that I look at it, I realize that this is actually reprints of it. I was going to say, I feel like Redneck's on the shelf every week, so this is a Redneck reprint. So if you want to check out the book that everybody's talking about, Redneck 1, Redneck 2, definite must-have. Then we've got Royal City and number 4 from Jeff Lemire, who I talked about with the Sender. Really fun. And we've got September Morning to close out some of our image findings next to Shirtless Bear-Fighter from Jody Lehyup and Sebastian Gerner. Really cool series.
Did you just say Shirtless Bear-Fighter?
Look at this. We have right here our very own Vic Melendez. How are you?
There you go. Hey, how's it going? Henry, right?
Yeah, that's
Henry.
my alter ego.
All right, yeah.
We're the alter ego guys here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you get a chance to check out Shirtless Bear-Fighter?
I was checking it out. I didn't get to finish it, unfortunately. This book is awesome. It is awesome. The title alone should sell you on this book. I mean, it's got a bear with an eye patch. Apparently, this man's been raised by bears and 20 years. Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So as we were saying, Shirtless Bear-Fighter, he was showing off the regular cover. Got this bear with a mysterious eye patch. Really cool series. Really outlandish. Really fun. It is a man literally named Shirtless Bear-Fighter. First name Shirtless, last name Bear-Fighter. And he is raised by bears, and he is fighting bears as the bears have betrayed him. And now he has sworn vengeance upon them. There are so many great jokes in this series. The man lives in a house made out of bears.
Made out of bears.
That's right, made out of bears.
I don't believe this. I gotta finish this book.
Yeah, it is really great, really fun. And we're going to be doing a signing tomorrow at our downtown store.
Get out of here.
That's right.
No way.
Very true. Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we're going to have Sebastian Gerner and Jody Lehyup stopping by our downtown store to sign Shirtless Bear-Fighter. Really great guys, really cool. They've worked on so many image books over the years. It's great to have them writing.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the premise, the title, the exploitation feel of it all, the fact that this could have easily been a movie that came out in the 70s, it's checking off all the boxes for me in terms of a book. So I will definitely be reading this series. Basically, last year I got Grizzly Shark from Ryan Otley, which was a nice little mashup, and this year we're getting Shirtless Bear-Fighter. So good kudos to Image for just taking on a project like this, guys. Yeah, sure.
So we're going to keep going down our wall. We're going to see some other great releases. Now we're up to Marvel. We've got America issue number 4 from Gabby Rivera with art by Joe Quinones and Ming Doyle. Really cool series. Here we get to see the impact that America has had on the world, because America Chavez is such an influential character that even in the comics themselves, she has her own flock of fans who are devoted to her cause. But maybe America doesn't agree. Then we have U.S.Avengers issue number 7. I love this book so much. Al Ewing and Paco Medina have made one of the most fun books on the stands, month in, month out. This month, we get to see the U.S. Avengers dealing with the fallout from Secret Empire, of course, as they work for Avengers, or they're actually America Idea Mechanics now. And really cool to see the evolution of the series. And if you're an eagle-eyed viewer, you'll see on the cover we do have Ares. That's right, Marvel's own God of War returning. Al Ewing has used the character in his Contest of Champions book, and now we get to see him make his Marvel Universe return proper. And it is great. Squirrel Girl front and center throughout the issue. Really fun. We do. Vic, could you help her find Sailor Moon?
Sure, yes, Sailor Moon.
Then we have the brand new issue of Captain America Steve Rogers. Now, this one I'm going to mention again. What name do you see up there? Donny Cates. The man is everywhere. Donny Cates co-writing with Nick Spencer as we get to see the conflict continue. Here, of course, you can see Namor the Submariner in a brutal fight. We get to see the worldwide impact as we cut to Paris, and we see that Steve Rogers' Hydra World Order is truly taking the world by storm. The new issue of Daredevil is out this week from Charles Soule. Really cool. Continuing the Supreme storyline. And Doctor Strange 22, another Secret Empire tie-in, and I cannot recommend this book enough. We get to see Doctor Strange teaming up with the Kingpin, Spider-Woman, and Ben Urich as they are running through the darkness of New York City. Really great series that I am absolutely enjoying. We got a fun little Mary Jane cover here. And Nico Hendricken on art is just something that I cannot speak highly enough of. Right over here, we get to see my favorite page out of the entire thing. That is the Kingpin riding through his underground network of tunnels on his gold-plated golf cart. And it's the coolest, silliest thing, but Kingpin is so deadpanned throughout the book. It's a great read, and Ben Urich is having none of it. Teaming up with Kingpin is like his worst nightmare. Really great series. I'm really loving Dennis Hopeless on the book. A lot of people, maybe you missed out when Jason Aaron was on the book. This is a great opportunity to jump in on a newer take on the character. Then we've got All New Guardians of the Galaxy, issue number 4. Aaron Cooter back on art with Gary Duggan writing it. Really cool series. We get to see Drax has sworn off of violence and is struggling with it as we see him in his Zen pose along with little baby Groot with the rest of the team in complete disarray. And speaking of the Guardians, we're going to bump it up and we're going to talk about some of these great releases. We've got the new Guardians of the Galaxy Grounded hardcover. Really great. And speaking of Grounded, we've got Star-Lord from writer Chip Zdarsky and artist Chris Anka. This is a really, really fun series that I absolutely adored. Really great. Chris Anka draws abs like the best abs on the planet. If you just want to see abs on abs on abs, please, this is the book. Really fun, really cool. If you're just looking for maybe a more light-hearted book featuring Star-Lord, or maybe something a little more character-centric, this is the place to check it out. And you get to see him interacting with the Marvel Universe for a change instead of being stranded out in space. And right here we've got Ironheart Volume 1, the Invincible Iron Man series being collected in a nice hardcover edition. Riri Williams has taken the Marvel Universe by storm, going from just one little side character here and there to being the title character of her own series. Really great book. Really love it. Definitely recommend it. Art by Stefano Caselli and Brian Michael Bendis writing it, continuing his Iron Man epic. Speaking of Bendis, and we talked about him earlier, Michael Omoing, we've got Powers, the definitive hardcover, Volume 7. They've put out so many of these hardcovers because the book is so well received and beloved by fans. Really great. The newest volume of Spider-Gwen by Jason Latour and Robbie Rodriguez. Really cool. Spider-Gwen, always a great character, always really popular. And we get to see a great meeting of the minds here. We've got Spider-Man and Doctor Strange team-ups being recollected from throughout the years. Of course, they are probably Steve Ditko's two most lasting characters. So it's really cool to see both of these characters who originally came from the same creator strung together and how their adventures play out. Then we have the brand new Dr. Aphra series, Volume 1 by Kieran Gillen. Really cool. Dr. Aphra is an original character in the Star Wars universe. It's a great opportunity to get in on a book on the ground level. Then we have Poe Dameron Volume 2 for those of you who are waiting for The Last Jedi and you need more Star Wars from that time period, the new Force Awakens time era. This is a really cool series, really great. And The Ultimate Squared. This is great. Ultimates, another Al Ewing book that I absolutely adore. He's one of my favorite writers. And this book really shows why, as we get to see his pantheon of super smart characters dealing with issues that nobody else can handle. Of course, in the back, we do see Galactus, who in the original Ultimates book that he did in 2015, Al Ewing made into the Life Bringer. Instead of the Eater of Worlds, Galactus has this crazy new status quo. And that is a book that you really want to check out and enjoy. Then, speaking of Invincible Iron Man, we've got the newest issue from Bendis. Really cool. Bendis and Caselli. Love this cover. Really fun, really cool. The newest issue of the Luke Cage series, which is taking It's from writer Dave Walker, who did Power Man and Iron Fist, but this is a bit more serious and a bit more of a street approach, a little more grit on it. If you like the Defenders book that Marvel just put out and you want more Luke Cage, this is where you should look. His first series in 20 years. Definitely recommend it. Love that Luke Cage is getting so much love. Then the newest issue of Man-Thing is out from R.L. Stine. Really cool. I'm sorry, this is a giant, like, swamp monster carrying an axe in a gladiatorial arena. That sells me. That's it. You don't need to show me anything else. That has me hooked because I'm so curious to see how this fits into the Marvel Universe and what this could possibly mean. Then we've got the newest issue of Monsters Unleashed, as well as Nick Fury. Check out this sick cover on Nick Fury. Really cool. It's got like a Day of the Dead theme. We see the train coming through. Love it. Works on every level artistically. Super happy to see that. So ACO is artist credits only, for those of you who aren't aware. So he's like this mysterious, enigmatic artist that we get these wonderful pieces from. Big fan. Love what they're doing there. Then we've got the newest issue of Royals, another Al Ewing book. I can keep saying his name again and again. And Secret Empire Brave New World issue number 2. Front and center, we see the brand new Patriot who is being introduced here for the first time. That's right. For anybody who's been reading Secret Empire or Captain America Sam Wilson, you have seen this young man, Rashawn, running around, and you get to see him really step into his own and step into the mantle of the Patriot. Then we have Secret Empire Underground. Now, this is a crazy cast of characters that we've got here. We've got Mockingbird, we've got Quicksilver, we've got Hercules, Ant-Man, and the Falcon on the run. If you guys have been keeping up with Secret Empire, you know that they are currently stranded away from everybody else, and they have to try to fight their way through. Really cool to see these characters get some spotlight. Then we've got the brand new issue of Dan Slott's Silver Surfer run, issue number 12, with Mike Allred on art. Really cool. This is Dan Slott's pet project, his favorite book to write from what I understand, because it's so weird and so fun. It's a great, silly sci-fi series that you should really take the chance to check out. Then we have the brand new issue of Spider-Man 29 from Peter David. And we have a huge release, Peter Parker, the spectacular Spider-Man himself, coming out from Chip Zdarsky and Adam Kubert. Really cool. Got to show off that main cover right here. Definitely going to show off this hip-hop cover. I don't know how well that plays to the camera, but it's a super cool cover. There's a lot to love in this book. Chip Zdarsky is jumping in, and if you read the free Comic Book Day issue, you got a preview of what Zdarsky's Spider-Man is like. Here we get to see Kubert playing with the world, and look at that perspective as we really get high above New York City, looking at it from a bird's eye view. And that's the world of Spider-Man, up in the clouds practically, as he swings from skyscrapers. If you are looking for a way to jump into Spider-Man, brand new issue number 1, new creative team, really fun, really fresh. If maybe you haven't been checking out the Amazing Spider-Man series by Dan Slott and you want to check out a brand new book, cannot recommend this enough. Really cool. Zdarsky has a great handle on the character and great comedic timing, which everybody knows is super important to a Spider-Man book. He's got to be cracking jokes. He's got to be having fun. Love what they're doing with the new series. Then we've got the second issue of the new Charles Soule Darth Vader book, as well as the 4th issue of Cullen Bunn's Darth Maul. Check out that really cool cover. Luke Ross on art has been phenomenal. Really cool seeing Darth Maul in combat, and we get to see him in his prime. We get to see him, this is before episode 1, so when he's young and particularly ruthless. Then we've got the Poe Dameron Annual from Robbie Thompson with Nick Varela on art. Of course, Nick Varela's art is really great, and she has such a great handle on how to capture likeness, because with a lot of the Star Wars books, that's one of the most important things. We get to see here Nick Varela drawing the lovely Carrie Fisher, and of course this is sure to be an emotional book for many Star Wars fans, and it's really great to see that Princess Leia lives on through the books and that we get to appreciate all the wonderful joys of Star Wars because of these great comics. Then we've got the brand new issue of Mighty Thor. We've got this really fun Mary Jane cover. Of course, right here, we've got the main one. We do see that there is a new Ultimate Thor, as the Mjolnir from the Ultimate Universe has broken through into our world, the regular 616 Marvel Universe. There have been a lot of hints to the greater Ultimate Universe playing with the Marvel books right now. We've seen it here. We've seen it in the X-Men Blue series and, of course, in Miles Morales. So definitely got to check out this just to see what the mystery is of these occurrences. Then we have the new issue of Ultimates 2 and a big release as well, Weapons of Mutant Destruction. What is the worst thing that you could possibly imagine to fight against? That is a Hulk and Wolverine hybrid. That's right. Writer Greg Pak and artist Mahmoud Asrar are bringing together the unthinkable. It's really cool. We get to see Wolverine playing with Hulk. Of course, hardcore fans know that Wolverine is a spin-off of the Hulk books. That was where he first appeared. So bringing him back to those roots and seeing him play with this universe is really cool. Greg Pak has been doing a great job on both Totally Awesome Hulk and on his Weapon X series. So seeing the two books cross over is just natural. It's really cool, and I'm really happy to see that they are having a lot of fun with their books and letting them play together. Then to close it out, we've got the brand new issue of Iceman. That's right, issue number 2 with this awesome cover by Kevin Wada. I love Kevin Wada's art. I have a commission of him. Like, he's great, superb. Love this cover. Love the book by Sin of Grace. Really fun. And to close us off, we've got X-Men Gold issue number 6. Something is wrong with this newest batch of Sentinels, and I don't want to spoil it, but it's a completely different dynamic that we have never seen before. Mark Guggenheim and artist R.B. Silva doing a really good job. I think Silva's putting out some of the best art of his career on this book. Really happy to be reading it and enjoying it. So that's going to do it here from Midtown Comics Times Square. Happy new comic book day to you. Please stop by any of our stores or shop online and check out some of these books. So many great things here. And thank you to Zack Kaplan for stopping in and saying, hey, check out Eclipse. It's a great series, and I know you'll love it. So thanks for stopping in.